Thank you. Is the microphone on? Yeah. Darren Green from Microsoft Research. A question to Oscar. Hoping that you're going to be outrageously successful and convert, let's say, tens of millions of people into at-home oceanographers, who's going to pay for all of that data they're going to be streaming to their desktops? Because cloud computing is great and it's scalable once the data's there, but when you're streaming it backwards and forwards,
a good example will be when we get data from the oceans. This is an academic venture to begin with, so it's the National Science Foundation. But we've been running a network off the Northeast United States and the Mid-Atlantic states. The investors now are the Board of Public Utilities, because if they can predict a sea breeze, they can save millions in a week based on how they buy power for air conditioners. We log at our website about, this summer was almost about 300,000 to 400,000 web hits a day, and about 70% of the general public who use it to essentially plan recreation. A lot of the data now streams directly into the Coast Guard network for search and rescue. In the US, for example, the Coast Guard rescues 10 people a day. The problem is 13 fall in the water. And so a lot of the dual-use economic drivers are just being opened up now because it was always too expensive to operate in the oceans, but as resource needs increase, we will be moving into the oceans for energy, minerals, food, and these networks are how we're going to manage that. That's my guess.
It's more the, for example, the high-def video. If you get 10 million people trying to stream high-def video and you're using a commercial cloud service provider, that's a lot of cost.
That's a lot of cost. I use the high-def because I just think it's stunning. I think there's one node dedicated for high-def video right now. Most of the data streams tend to be relatively small in terms of things. The biggest drivers are probably actually the numerical model runs. And so that's sort of a negotiation between sort of the federal government and commercial providers if you move to a cloud strategy, where right now everyone uses the centers of atmospheric research for all their computing costs, or they try to build their own servers. And there's a price point where I think we're shifting. And so this is still unexplored territory, but I think there's lots of opportunities.
Thank you.
If I can speak a little out of school on that, the first thought that came to my mind was Microsoft, right? But